I think the Arrell Food Summit is a really unique opportunity because there's people from across the sector here to discuss really big and sometimes difficult conversations.
I think what's unique about the Arrell Food Summit is that it celebrates the work that scholars can do with their professors and also with other organizations.
This year's summit, I really feel some of the takeaways are an urgency for action, but that isn't a simple set of actions. It's complicated and involves multiple actors. And business has to work with nonprofit, government has to work with university. There's a need to bring together a large set of stakeholders to take on this giant challenge.
Well, I think when we first started at the University of Guelph, we realized that agriculture was a very important part of our lifestyle. And we do have a family farm that Tony and I have had for over 50 years. And you always just presumed that good food was going to be available to you. I think we've discovered in 2023 that yes, good food may be available in Canada, but not to all Canadians.
The conversations we're having here in the summit are very important because we're pressing on hot topics related to food security, colonization, and other important aspects of the food systems. I think that bringing together students, professors from the university, also policymakers, we're connecting all to find pathways to generate change, pathway for improving the future.
I think that Evan Fraser, the director of the AFI, set it up really well this morning when he talked about the fact that the food system needs to change, and it is changing. The question is how we want it to change. So the conversations that we have here at Arrell give us an opportunity to shape that change and send it in the direction that we want.
One of the key takeaways for me is really the acknowledgement that we do have a food emergency on our hands. And that problem really has been global, but now it's at our front door as well. So we're no longer excluded from this issue.
The level of challenge that we're facing is so complex that we really need those three pillars of society involved. We need governments, we need business, and we need communities at the table. I think one of the things I always take away from the summit is a combination of joyfulness of people that are working in the space and optimism and ambition. And then I think I also take away some of the complexities and the continuing challenges we're facing that are bigger than all of us. And I think the hopefulness that comes out of that is that the solutions that are coming to the table are really creative and that people are really willing to share in the space.
Having conversations with folks outside of our areas of research and different sectors, different parts of government are so critical because we're really likely otherwise to become out of touch with what we're trying to work towards.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is place, because place holds people and culture and nature. And as we all think about systems and how systems need to serve us better, it's really in service of place, because every single thing we do is going to land in a place. And if we think about our country, those places are big, small, and everything in between. And whatever systems we come up with need to allow all of them to flourish. We have to figure out how to be masters of working at all scales. And clever systems that keep the intelligence in the nodes will do that.
If you want to find a place where you find a lot of innovators, a lot of thought leaders in the agricultural space, Arrell Food Institute Summit is the place to be. One of the few places of the year where it's basically ag prom, where everyone comes together to talk about the future of the sector and come up with the best solutions out there.